lizard creature.
Throw gun.
Can I discern if it has any kind of functionality or if it's too basic?
Try an Arcana check.
That's a natural 20.
Ooh.
Plus 4.
Well, you not only do you notice the contraption, you also notice a piece of paper next to it that seems to be written in Skull's handwriting.
Beautiful and elaborate handwriting.
And it seems to detail out on how to build this thing and what its potential function could be. If this thing is completed, it could potentially move around a bit and make some noise.
Oh, sorry.
So it'd just be like a pet?
I think it's some sort of toy. But with enough love, it probably would eventually gain sentience in a few years and become a real pet.
He's gonna become a real boy.
Call me Geppetto.
At this point, you're also noticing some of the twig blights walking around, seeming to do odd chores and things, keeping the place tidy.
Cleaning up Skull's mess that he made.
He didn't really seem to make much. Well, he did track some mud, so yeah, that's definitely getting cleaned up.
God, Skull.
Can't even keep the place clean for one day.
Bite me!
Rather not.
So after some time, you are all back on the tower grounds, and Fenris and Skull, you actually saw that Mundi was hanging around presumably when he woke up, was somewhere around this overgrown back door. There were vines covering it, making it hard to see the first time you went to the garden area.
I'm just gonna turn to Skull back. Hey, did you?
I hide my door from him.
Okay.
Stop trying to take that door,
I'm
Fenris.
not trying to take any door.
I don't even think you can pick it up.
Did you see me wander out of the tower last night?
He shakes his head quickly, no.
Okay. Anything weird happened to you?
He just does like one of those full body shivers where it starts at his feet and goes all the way up.
I'll take that as a yes.
Skull's part of the Scooby Gang.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get some Skull snacks.
I woke up
It's a little animated.
way far away by the woods.
He gestures to have you follow him. He's going to show you where he woke up.
Alright, I'll follow.
Here you end up back in the
It's not
tower.
for you.
Go up to the second
Bullshit.
story.
Yeah, it tells you how old these are. These are from Halloween.
Cool. And Skull leads you into one of the...
These
You almost
dog
put that in my...
They're doggy treats. Don't eat it.
I'm glad you told me that because I was totally gonna eat it.
I know you would.
You put a treat in front of me. Of course, I'm gonna think it's for me.
I was had I gotten this one version, it would have been a little more. It's like a little cracker. This one's the odd color. Is like, I don't think so.
Well, he got a green one.
Oh, I haven't eaten dog treats before.
So Skull leads you into
Pretty bad.
one of the laboratories. This one seems to be...
we ate the dog treats at Petco. Some of them are actually completely edible.
Yeah.
One of the labs on this floor seem to be set up more for alchemy, but the one he leads you for seems to be more set up for dealing with mechanical devices. And on the table you can see some half-built construction. Klein is also in the room.
I'm also probably still poring over the fucking blueprint trying to make sense of them.
And you see Retor standing over...
I start
fawning
picking
over a
up
sheet of
like
paper.
the teacup break.
You threw it in the air. Yeah, it shattered on the ground.
I feel bad and I start picking it up. I'm cleaning up my mess.
I just wave at Retorus and like, hey.
I
Give it
turned,
to Mundi, he could fix it.
I turned towards you and said, Skull, did you make this blueprint and all this on here?
He nods his head quickly up and down.
Do you have any idea how complex these things are to make?
Now, Skull, quick question. When you would write in something for yourself, what language would you have written it in?
Probably either dwarfish or orcish. Because Dwarven was the language he actually learned his elaborate rite with.
For
Orcish
the
is just his
sake,
first
we'll say it
language.
was an orc because I kind of already said that he was able to decipher some of it.
Okay, that's fine.
It's like these clockwork instructions, just like that watch, are incredibly difficult to make. It takes people years to be able to master their construction.
He just looks like a deer in the headlights. He has no idea what you're talking about.
I point to the half-formed dragon thing.
He nods.
So this is some sort of toy that can move on its own. It's like magic, but with machinery.
He suddenly starts looking to all corners of the room and listening for any scuttling.
Perception.
Oh yeah, I was doing 11.
You can hear faint but tiny footsteps of small creatures walking about throughout the tower. But it doesn't really sound like a scuttling noise.
He hugs his door and just says, "Hands."
So that reminds me, you never answered if you had a dream or not.
Hands!
I say, Fenris, where have you been?
It's a good question.
Skull just sits on the ground hugging his door. Slightly rocking back and forth.
I woke up over in the woods, a good distance away.
How far?
Probably about a mile or so. Don't know how I got there.
Are you having a dream also?
Yeah. Not a good one.
How did yours end?
Got eaten by a giant hyena.
I see. I was being
The hands!
pursued by some needle blights that were deformed and broken, and was suddenly eaten by a mouth on the floor that I didn't see before.
The hands?
Skull, did you have a dream where you were eaten? Did you actually say that? I say, well, I think
It tasted.
that this means something if we all had a similar dream.
I wonder what Mundi dreamt. We saw him outside as well, by a door that had some vines and stuff all over it.
Well, I can't really say much for how Mundy would react. He was likely muttering something about rats.
Cool.
How many of his brothers did he see?
A tale for later.
All of them.
Oh. Do I have all of my stuff on me?
You can check the things.
Yeah, I'm gonna give myself a quick pat down, mainly searching for like weapons and my dad's journal.
And you all see him doing a pat down. Are either of you feeling the need to do the same thing?
Not until something has gone missing. I hug my
So he
door.
goes all
I know what was missing.
I guess I'll check my stuff.
Two of you don't seem to find anything missing out of the usual or such.
Cool. I want to open my dad's journal.
Okay, you did write the message in it last time, and it isn't a new day.
What's Cat doing?
Now says in Infernal,
That
sorry,
your cat in the game.
but I haven't been with him in over 584 years.
What the fuck?
Wait, what was the thing?
What was the question? Do you remember the question? You should probably start writing down the questions.
I thought I did.
I can have you do an intelligence roll to remember the question.
Yeah, I might need to. Is it? Wait, was the question just where's Bashir?
Yes.
Cool. All right, I did write that down. Wow, what the fuck?
As in, tieflings live about as long as humans, right?
No, they live slightly longer than humans.
Still, though, not
You said-
500 and something years.
Not normally,
You got me.
but
You got me.
You won't really need that kind of. You know that some races have been able to extend their life through uses of magic.
Is his father still alive?
I mean, elves live a pretty long time.
750 years in 5th edition.
That is their natural lifespan, yes.
In the old editions, they could live up to 2,000.
Jesus.
That's why age magic was just funny to them.
I mean, do we know what race Bashir is supposed to be? Did anybody ever tell us that?
Nope.
I imagine you didn't.
Skull might have. As Skull spent some time with
Oh yeah, my
delirious.
the hag.
I should
Yes.
have asked the little needle bloods where Bashir was. Because they were talking. I'm sure they wouldn't have answered the question. That would have been a good thing to do.
They were talking in your dream. How unusual.
Yes.
Oh
Um. Skull, go ahead and roll a knowledge. Would it be history? You're trying to recall information. Just the knowledge. I'll just make the check easier.
yeah. That made the check harder. No, it didn't. I lied. Wait, just the knowledge?
Just the base knowledge.
So just an intelligence?
Yeah.
Oh. 12.
You think she mentioned at one point he might be human?
Okay. I keep that to myself.
Okay.
Careful. Sit. Up.
But yes, you all had quite a night. Been on
Sit.
quite an adventure so far on your way to the tower, and perhaps it is once again time for you
Too
to spend.
slippery for you.
Perhaps it is once again time for you all to spend some time training for the adventure ahead.
I'm gonna start inspecting my doodads that I made when I was apparently tripping balls.
Alright, you made part of one thing. Go ahead and make a knowledge arcana. You weren't entirely sure what it could do, you just started working on it.
I'm not having a good time, brah. 12.
The instructions said toy, so presumably it'll have some sort of function once it's done.
Ooh.
I take out the little heart from the needle blades and look at it. See if it's changed.
In front of them?
Not a problem.
Clime's in the
Well,
room.
Climb is in the room.
Well, I go out of the room, then to a room where not anymore.
Alright, they seem to be all over the tower. You might be able to find some peace in the garden.
I go
Somewhere
into
outside, as long because some of them do tend to the garden as well.
I go into the bedroom I was in. If there's any in there, I ask them to leave for a moment.
Alright, you can do that.
Get out of my room.
Now, I am
Get-
going to say this because I was kind of just making it up as I went before on the magic checks, but I went ahead and made a detecting magic list for future rules. So basically how it's going to work out is on just a glance over a few seconds or minutes, the check will be harder, but during a rest you could during a short rest you can like spend time like identifying items or attuning to items. You can like do one or the other. If you choose to spend a rest period of an hour to examine the item, the check becomes easier than just simply looking over at a few minutes. So I did that. That way,
So basically a take 20.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, there's still a check involved that you would have to pass. It kind of, I figured it would make a way for spells like Identify to be more useful, as they can do more on-the-spot answers. Whereas, if you try doing it on the spot with your own knowledge, it's hard. Try doing it over an hour of observing, it's slightly easier. Using a spell could make it quicker or instant. So that's the kind of thing going forward is how I'm trying it. But while he's examining that, are either of you wanting to do anything?
I'm gonna check out that door that Mundi woke up by.
Alright.
I'm gonna go chop away at the shit that's overgrown around it.
Yeah, it was definitely covered with vines as the outside of the tower hasn't been cleaned off yet. And you notice above the door there seems to be something written in the Arcana sigils. You can attempt an Arcana check to read it.
14.
Yeah, unfortunately that does not pass on your quick observation of the text.
Fuck it, I'm gonna open it.
Alright.
Best way to find out what's in there.
What do you think's in there?
Fuck, I don't know.
Would you guessing?
Is this door by the garden and stuff?
Yeah, it's out in the garden area.
Is there like a shack or anything out in the garden?
There does not appear to be a shack anywhere.
Then I'm gonna guess that this is where he keeps all his gardening tools.
As you open
All his hose.
Yeah.
He keeps all his hose locked in the basement.
Oh.
But yes, as you open the door, you are quite surprised to find that, it really is just some sort of shack. It's got tools and for attending to the garden, baskets for collecting from the garden, just all sorts of things, fertilizer and whatnot, just anything you would need to tend to a garden as you suspected.
Cool.
None of it seems to be high quality though, but it's just got some basic tools and equipment.
Alright. I'll just kind of spend some time looking through the shit down here, seeing if there's anything that I think might be useful to us. I don't know what I'm looking for.
I mean, if you want to take up gardening, you've got everything you need.
You want to take up poisons, you might have everything you need.
Alright, I guess I'll go back out and I'll just kind of walk around the garden and look around shit.
I haven't had time to read over this nice list I got of plants, but just pretty much assume you find just about anything here.
Oh no!
There's all sorts of exotic plants.
Dear God.
Now, right away it's easy to observe there are several edible types of fruit that you are familiar with, and local herbs.
Are there any of the little twig blights or anything tending to the garden currently?
Yeah, there seem to be some trimming some weeds. One's what do you do with rose bushes to help them grow better?
Preen.
Preening.
Prune.
Or some
Yeah, prune.
pruning.
Sorry. A wrong word. A bird worded instead of rose
One
worded.
takes a moment to pay respects to the 4 graves in the yard. Well, yeah, there's at least 3 that you can see moving about in this area. Skull, were you doing anything?
I'm going to try to work on my thingy. Or at least try to understand what I've done.
Then try another Arcana check. Well,
You break it.
Probably. It's possible.
since you plan on spending, I assume, as much time until it gets done,
Yeah.
we could consider everyone partaking in a short rest period of 1 hour. So go ahead and, is there anything specific you would like to do over the next hour?
I just want to walk around the little garden area and see what kind of plants are there.
Alright.
Is there... You said like the tree that Ayapo is in has like pink flowers and stuff. Is
Yeah,
there anything similar in the garden here? Or like in the surrounding area?
Not immediately, you're not finding anything similar to that tree.
Okay.
But, I'll ask for Taurus when he gets back. But go ahead and roll your short rest Arcana check to continue the device.
Ooh. Arcana. 24.
I also wanted to ask a quick question. Well, I guess you really haven't really hit second level yet, so I guess it didn't matter at this moment. But when you do, did you add did you add 2 more skills from that list? Okay. But yes, you rolled 22 total. You understand your notes completely, and you quickly begin continuing work on this small little device. And by the hour's end, you think you have finished it. There seems to be a little key that you can put in its back and wind it up.
I wind it up! I'm so excited!
Now, what kind of... Is it like a bipedal on 2 legs, 4 legs? What kind of a form did you give this creature?
Let's go with a classic red dragon look.
Okay, looks like a small red dragon that you've heard about in stories.
Yup, because those were kind of like the biggest, town burners.
So, as you wind it up, you pull out the key and it starts moving on its 4 legs the wings occasionally flap.
Oh, it's so cute.
And you hear this small, kind of like a chirping noise, it's like the roar, if you will. And it moves around for a few minutes before it winds down and stops.
So I know what I'm doing the rest of the day. Playing with this fucking thing.
Retoris, you wanted to examine... Well, everyone's taken kind of a short rest period. So if you wanted to examine it thoroughly for that hour or do something else.
Examine what?
You were examining the heart.
Oh, yeah. I examined it for the short rest.
Alright.
Harry, you're
Go ahead and please roll your Arcana check.
That's an 18?
19, you said?
18.
18. Double check the spell. And Finrose, you were just getting a look at the garden. You roll a nature check.
Nerd.
Fuck.
It's just out here into the immediate
7.
right on the ground.
Well, there were all
Is
kinds
it completely
of
empty? Like,
Look at all these plants.
pretty and bright colored plants.
First.
I mean, anything's edible if you make it right.
Bam. Do you want some help?
Everything's edible. Something you can only edible once.
Exactly.
I mean, I wasn't planning on eating any of it right now.
But for
I'm
later,
just, yeah.
you're gathering knowledge.
Yeah.
Just gonna say you did notice that Skull was like eating a hell of a lot of stuff along the way. He seemed to notice his fruits and veggies quite well.
Alright, so with yours, you feel this heart is somehow similar to an awakened spell. It gives the creature an enhanced knowledge and understanding of the world.
We can bring them back.
Oh,
Giving them free will, if you will.
this, this wouldn't have normally been inside of that thing.
No.
I see. I think to myself, would this be useful for skull creation?
For skulls, what?
Creation.
Creation?
Creation.
Create. Okay.
My toy.
Well.
I want to make my toy sentient.
Or maybe we could try to attach to your shield.
No, that doesn't make me sentient. Listen, I had some pet raptors that become sentient once, and I just never want to relive that experience.
You feel the device would
bad.
probably work best on something that's already living.
Like the cat.
Yeah.
Yes, there is a cat wandering around. In fact, Skull, you noticed while you were working, the cat does seem fondly interested in your bag.
You got treats in there?
I don't know. I go through my bag.
I get a small piece of cord and put the heart on the cord as best I can.
Oh, he's
Like,
like a necklace.
Wire or something? We talking about a cord?
A cord, like a leather piece, like a
Yeah,
leather
just something
strip.
that, just a strip of material that I can use to make like a collar.
For some reason, it's not processing in my head.
So, like a string that is a cord.
necklace.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought, but I'm like, a cord. Okay, you can easily make a little necklace out of this. Oh, dude. It could work beasts or plants.
You just turn the life of one of their friends into jewelry. Good job.
But, yeah, you slowly start going through your bag, and you actually will make a perception, because there's really two things you need to notice in this.
Me?
The skull
Skull.
going through his bag.
17.
Firstly, you notice that there seems to be a rat eating your berries. You grab the rat and throw it across the room. It slams against the wall with a squeak.
Can I strength to see how hard I threw it?
Sure. I guess you don't like pet rats.
I don't like rats eating my berries.
My berries.
18.
Definitely hit it.
Oh no, I'm just saying. Like I'm an orky and I use my strength.
I was saying, is it gonna be a little
Go ahead
packet
and
of gel, or is it gonna be a mist?
roll your damage to see if this creature lives.
Is that just a
It's D4 plus your strength.
7?
Nope. It's
This
dead.
creature is badly wounded. It was quite a fat rat, but the cat knows what it takes turns its attention towards it, and the rat starts to run, and the cat is chasing after it. But the second thing you notice is this jar you put in there quite some time ago.
Oh, yeah.
The brains inside of it are long
Liquefied.
since rotted and decayed. And
I didn't say I opened it.
it's visible. You
Oh,
don't have to
no.
open it. You can see it.
I don't smell it.
The container seems to be containing the smell. But it's been in there for a week or so now.
I'm gonna put it back in there. I got a portable stink bomb.
Alright.
Make it a catfishing bait.
What does everyone else do now?
I'm gonna ask the little twig blights that are tending to the garden if they know what all these plants are.
They shake. Some of them point to a plant, a single plant, and they shake their head yes. Like all three of them are pointing at a different plant as if they know what that one is.
Nice. I ask them if they can write.
I believe you're already aware that they can write.
Well, I know the big ones can. I didn't.
I've established that the little ones.
Oh,
are
right,
different.
right. I forgot about that. All right, so I have the blank journal that I bought from the Outpost. I'm gonna pull that out along with my recently acquired pen and ink, and I'm gonna ask them to write down the names of the stuff that they're pointing to.
Okay.
You're making a lot of work for the DM right now.
I am, yeah. Don't give me a garden if you don't want me to know what's in it.
I know I have a list of stuff that's in it. It's just I haven't had a chance to read through it all yet.
That's
Because
Excuses!
you literally gave me 1 week to prepare, and you kind of dropped it on in the middle of the week.
That is also
Yeah.
a real fucking long list.
Yeah, it was.
I mean,
If you need any help with it, I can provide information because I did in fact write it. So,
you can also feel free to pick stuff that's like pretty common.
like, there's a lot of stuff in there that are like used for menstrual pain. It's literally it has everything.
Honestly, if you want, you can be like, "That's a fucking tulip." Why don't you know what this simple flower is, dumbass?
There are a bunch of. In fact, that's usually what they're pointing to are commonly known things. It seems that the.
Oh, you know what'd
Yeah.
be real cool? Learning the language of flowers. That'll really fuck with him.
Fuck that shit. I do not want to spend the time learning the language of flowers. You can do that on your time.
Hey, I just fucking might.
Then he's gonna use it and he's gonna wait for you to know what it is, and you're not gonna know what it is.
As they are writing this down, I want to also ask them if there are any books on flowers and stuff in the tower.
They nod their head yes. There are nature books in the tower.
I asked one of them if they can show me where it is.
Alright. It'll lead you to the second story into a room that was kind of a study. It has a plant thing sitting in the windowsill. But yes, this room
Do I
does seem to
recognize
be...
that plant?
It's a tulip.
Nice.
What color tulip?
Yes.
Dear God.
Alright.
So I imagine I'm done making a little cord by now, right?
Yeah. It didn't take very long.
Well, necklace, little collar with the heart on it. Whenever it's my turn, let me know.
We're pretty much in whoever wants to take their turn.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm going to take my turn.
Cool.
I'm going to find the cat that Mr. Skull here tamed. And
You're gonna regret this, I'm
Yeah,
gonna tell you
probably.
right now. Anytime I've ever had to deal with something that's been made sentient for any fucking reason, it's always end terribly. Mainly with raptors. Fuck raptors.
Well, that's the thing is that this is removable, so I can undo it if I want to.
Or can you? Da, da, da.
That's a question. So I
I was gonna say the cat becomes sentient enough, no, it needs to eat certain things in order to keep its sentience.
so yeah, I'll find the cat. I try to be real friendly.
Well, you'll need to roll a... right, searches and a thing in this one. Investigation? To try and find it as it is currently active doing something.
It is. Right, so.
Eating that road?
Investigation.
Mm-hmm.
I got an 8.
You can't seem to find the cat at this moment.
Try again. On the second floor. On the first floor.
Sure.
That's a 17.
As you look out one of the windows, you can see the cat chasing a rat through the yard.
I go outside.
Okay, you're outside.
I investigate again. That's a natural 20.
You find the cat. It is currently still running after this rat. It seems to be quite fast. You can attempt to catch it.
How long has this cat been chasing this rat? Rats aren't very good runners.
Maybe it's not a normal rat.
Maybe.
Well, I was going to say, like, considering it was a fucking serval cat, like, literally the second fastest goddamn fucking feline after the cheetah.
I'll look at that and it's like, no, fuck that.
What the fuck is that?
Soju.
I search the garden for a few minutes to find a suitable test subject.
What?
You gotta search for another animal.
I see if I see any other animals, but if not, I'll go to one of the plants.
You can easily find
Oh,
rabbits.
Lord.
I ain't gonna catch
Oh, my
a
Lord.
rabbit. I couldn't catch a rabbit. What?
Smell it. Rubbing alcohol.
Pretty close.
That's good shit.
Was it sake?
Soju.
Soju?
Oh, actually, that's not bad.
Yeah, no, it's
That's
really good.
dangerous. That's dangerous shit. It literally tastes like slightly hot water. That shit's dangerous.
Yeah, no.
Smells like rubbing alcohol and tastes like warm water.
There's a reason why it is my favorite alcohol.
Wow.
Fuck.
Yeah, that almost is water.
Oh my god.
Just a slight grain flavor to it.
It's about as strong as vodka, too.
Holy shit, I want some of this. How much is it?
That was like 23.
Dude, I want some of this.
And
All smaller
I'll,
bottles for like 10. They also have like grapefruit and like a bunch of other flavors.
Ah, dude, we have to add this to my
I'll
effing
go to a
collection.
mid-sized tree and try hanging the necklace from it, see if there's any effect.
There's no real trees nearby. You'd have to walk to the forest.
No trees in the garden?
No.
What's the largest plant in the garden? Oldest looking plant.
There are a few peculiar flowers that you find further in the garden. One is violet, one is purple, and the other is green.
Are any of these in or around water?
There is a nearby water source, a pond kind of thing. These are not in the water.
Okay.
I attempt to find a suitable spot to put the necklace thing around the green one.
When the heart touches it, the flower begins to shake, and you can see its roots start to lift up, but as it does, the heart falls off the top of it, and it stops moving.
That's cool.
Was it starting to say feed me?
Feed me,
You didn't hear
Seymour.
any words coming from it. It only was a few seconds before it ended up falling off.
I look for a smaller plant.
A smaller plant?
You'd want a bigger one.
Want something that I can contain if it gets up and starts doing shit.
Well, you'd also need it big enough so it can keep the heart on it too, though.
True.
Because it already fell off of that one.
What size was this one? Like just...
This was a really small flower. The
Oh, okay.
petals probably the span of your hand width.
I look for a sunflower.
Okay. Yeah, you can find a sunflower here.
I attempt to put the necklace around the sunflower stalk.
Okay, as you put it around the stalk, it falls and ends up catching on some of the bits branching out. And as it does, a few seconds pass, and the flower begins to move. It starts pulling its roots out of the ground and begins to walk around.
I try to get his attention.
Okay. How are you doing this? Are you like speaking to it?
I'll kind of wave at it first.
You wave your hand, and the face of the flower turns into your direction.
I say, can you understand me?
Kind of bows forward in a yes motion.
You know what?
It begins to bend down, using some of its leaves, kind of like a hand to scoop up the dirt, and then it kind of pours it out.
Drink it.
I ask, can you make any sound?
Kind of rattles and the leaves begin to
Shake. Alright.
shake and
I don't want it.
whistle in the wind.
You know how to write?
And it kind of brings up its hand, if you will, to its face, patting it, and it's like gives a shrugging motion.
Call it a beautiful, beautiful boy or girl.
Alright, I do that.
Calling for her, beautiful, beautiful boy. And it just begins moseying around.
Oh, he's so cute.
It's examining all the other plants in the garden. It doesn't have eyes, but you get the sense that
Favorite one.
Can sense its surroundings.
sense its surroundings. Yes.
I guess I'll let this carry on for a little while and observe it.
All right. Anyone else doing anything?
So what was I doing?
You had last taken a rat out of your sack and thrown it across the
And then
room.
I put the jar back in there. I'm gonna try to create another one
Okay.
of these dragons. Do I have like the materials to do so here?
Did you finish the first one?
I did. It works. It's adorable.
This room does not seem to have very many small parts left in it. You're not sure if you'd be able to make another one.
Can I start it?
So you gotta
You
go back to
could-
the dream realm.
No.
Probably make a head or a tail or just some part of one.
I'll just make some part of one. And then I'm gonna go on the hunt for more parts.
Okay.
I'm gonna read these nature books.
Alright, you're gonna spend an hour.
One of the
reading
books
through
on the
books?
front in flowery letters says, "The language of flowers."
So you're gonna spend an hour or so reading books now?
Yeah.
Okay. What is everyone else doing during their next hour?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Kind of.
Can I go to the
Already
sunflower
told you.
after it's been moseying around for a while and ask it to go back to its spot?
Shakes his head no.
Oh
I
no!
say please.
No.
It likes its free. It likes venturing out in the world. It likes seeing more than just the sun.
But if it just keeps walking around, it'll die.
Maybe.
There's fertilizer in that.
Did you mix that
Did you
with
say that out loud?
What? No.
No.
Huh? Yes.
I guess I will say that you need to get back in the ground or else it'll dry out.
At this, it kind of like. If you were going off like body language, it kind of like freaks out, looks around in a quick panic way, and starts running off in one direction.
I just let it go, man. Just
Well, it
let the
has-
flower be.
It has a
Oh
thing on it,
wow.
though.
Oh wow.
As I have to use this to annoy the DM with.
It'll be back.
Kill it. Murder him.
I'm gonna like if like the sentience of it just carries around in that heart, so it remembers you killing it multiple times, and you wonder why it won't listen to
You
you.
put it around something, it just immediately freezes.
It's that one!
My murderer. It's gonna become your nemesis. It's gonna become the
We
actual
can turn on the
villain
light
of
if
our
you guys
arc.
want a light on.
Yeah,
It's
probably
gonna
like
be dark.
to see one to see this at least. And you've all got character sheets to read as well.
That's not
Do you want that one or this one?
This one would probably be best. Unless
Here.
it's too bright.
It's kind of bright.
You're bright.
blinded? Oh, Jesus. Okay, that actually was bright. Is that dimmer?
My dad's an electrician. He makes anything he wants with a dimmer.
Finriz, during your hour of reading one of the books, you learned
Try-
about something called a goblin robe, a medium-sized bush with yellow-orange berries in autumn, found in temperate regions. It
Does
can be
try-
made into goblin ink, which is waterproof.
Interesting. Do I recognize this from the garden? Was there one of these down there?
Make a knowledge check.
Just straight knowledge or
No, it's
like
nature.
12.
You think you saw some bushes with berries on it. Some are red. Some might have been an orangish color. You'd have to take another look.
Alright, I'm gonna take this book outside into the garden with me and see if I can find this bush.
Alright. You gave sentience to a flower. You built your little... Well, make an Arcana check to see how well you craft this piece that you're working on.
Thank God for interference. 17.
And what was the goal with this one?
I was just making a piece, like a working piece of it.
Like, were you going for a particular dragon head or wings?
Oh, that's right. There's different. Is there any like books in there for different dragons? Because like I'd imagine I know what the red dragon is and what a green dragon is because I was in the swamp.
You can go back. There was a library portion to this tower. You can look through and see if you can find a book that might have any information on dragons.
Well, I probably wouldn't have thought of that firsthand. So let's just go like he knew what a red dragon is because red dragon are kind of like iconic red dragons, and then green dragons are normally in the swamp. Oh no, it's black dragons. Black dragons are normally in the swamp.
All right. And what piece of the dragon were you going for?
Probably nothing in specific, just a working part of it.
No, you think you got the chest piece down.
Okay.
You can build upon it when you find more parts.
Word.
How fast is this sunflower running away?
Probably adorably slow. Don't be a monster.
We'll say because
You gave it life. It's your child now.
it's new to intelligence. It just got its legs. It's probably moving 15 feet, so like half speed for you.
Walking speed.
Where'd you get your list?
Brisk walk.
Where'd you get your list?
I kind of just randomly typed in D&D plants, and it led me to, I guess, like, what is this page? Giant in the playground form, and someone's got a list of just plants.
My list wasn't good enough for you, huh?
I needed something random and on the spot, and something that wouldn't kill everything.
I want to die.
How many of these are fucking just normal plants?
No one didn't get a chance to read it.
Oh my god!
As I walk along it, trying to slowly run away, I try to explain to it that it's not really meant to be walking around. It needs water and soil regularly.
I also got gems.
You see it go down to
read a
its
lot of
knees and start picking up dirt and throwing it at its face.
And then
Not
Helvetica was my
It's not
character
there
where
on
her
your-
sentient,
on your-
or her
feet, I guess.
familiar was going to be a slug of some sort. I was looking up really cool slugs.
How did it get an E? Single stalk.
That part was.
It's
starting
roots.
to become more
Shaped like
humanoid shape, like so it can move around easier.
it's a plant. It can do whatever the fuck it wants. And then I got potions. You wouldn't know. You didn't look at it. There's also a gem list, but I'm sure you don't care.
You're right, I don't care about anything.
By the way, if you want a skull-shaped gem, or the size of the human skull, it's the base value plus 50,000 gold pieces.
As it's
No, it's times 50,000. Sorry about that.
as it is
That's 31,000 carats, by the way.
as it's distracted trying to throw dirt at his face. I try to just untie the necklace.
Oh,
I'll give it a perception check.
you're a monster.
It doesn't seem to notice you reaching your hands for the necklace. Are you taking it off?
Yeah, I'll try to take it off.
You take it
It
off,
looks better on
and
computer version.
once
It
the
looks
necklace
like
is
it's
off,
nature
the
and poisonous
flower
and whatnot.
falls limp and falls to the ground.
I pick the flower up and the necklace. I put the necklace in my pocket and try to bring the flower back where it was and replant it.
Okay.
Spanish.
Well, you don't really have a tool to dig into the ground.
Blood wine.
I mean, it
This
just
is a drink
recently
meant
upturned
to be
soil,
given
so I
to
can probably use my
vampires. It's
hands.
got garlic
Alright,
in it.
yeah, you can do that. And yeah, you put the sunflower back in its spot.
I give it some water.
Ow.
How far away is it from the source of water?
It's not very far to the pond and the garden.
I look for a pail.
You can see one of the
Somebody
twig
notice
blights walking around with a pail.
I ask him if I can borrow it for just a moment.
He hands it up towards you.
Alright, I go collect water and dump it on the sunflower and then get back to him.
Alright. You have given a plant life, ripped it away from him, and gave it water.
Monster.
But to be fair, he
You're
doesn't even know it's gone.
sadistic.
He doesn't know it's gone.
We know it's gone.
No, you don't. Neither of you saw this.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
We didn't have
At
to
this
see
time,
it. We
Penrose
know.
is coming out to the garden with a book in his hands.
Just in time for you to cover up the dirty deed.
Quick, bury it.
Literally. So yeah, now what to do with this thing? That's the question.
Did you find the cat?
No, it was chasing around a rat, so I gave up on that for the moment. Guess I can go try and find the cat again. Make a worse decision.